back, and today I'm going to be checking out some more stress-related or fidget-like products that were sent to me for free from NeeDoh, the neat company. That's not their slogan, but don't you think it should be? I mean, it's neat. Now, I have looked at least one NeeDoh product here on this channel in the past, and I did buy it myself. I do know that their products range from around $4 or $5 here in Canada and go as high as $20 for some bigger items. However, these ones here were sent to me for free, like I said, and the reason I accepted them or was willing to take them and not purchase them myself is because when I attended the July Sweet at Home event, I saw new products. And when I spoke to the rep that was showing them off, unfortunately, they didn't know when the ones I was interested in would be available in Canada, and I tried to look them up and had zero luck. So when they offered to send me some, I was like, okay, if you insist. And so here is the box I received. And I really love the way they market their stuff. It's like a nice matte black with neon colors, and it just catches my attention whenever I'm in the shops. I don't know why I'm talking about a box, but doesn't it look really pretty? If you agree, just hit like on the video. And you know what? While you're at it, just hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. So other than being super eye-catching and really pretty and colorful, this box actually contains quite a few of their newest products, and most likely a couple of the older ones. I have seen some in the past that color change, have different textures and whatnot, and I really like the idea of them because I like fidget items, many people in my family use them, and I like to share that kind of stuff with you guys, especially if it doesn't have a loud noise in order to be used, which means you could use it at work, during a test, movie, whatever you want, because it's not really going to annoy anyone. And so that's one of the reasons that I like these products, or at least the ones that I've tested myself in the past or tried out in store. And because I know that there are so many here, because I can literally feel it, I didn't actually look up any prices to share with you guys today, because by the time this video comes out, those prices could change. There's sales all the time, there's different stores, and you know, there's so many products, that was just a lot of work. And I wanted to be surprised and open it on camera with you, which means I wouldn't have been able to look up the prices beforehand until I know what's in there. So honestly, the best bet is going to be the same thing as always. If there's anything you're interested in after you watch the video, just look it up for yourself and see if it's something you're willing to pay for. Ooh, look inside. Wow. Oh. Wow. Sony neon. Oh, wow, good job. Okay, let's try this again. So I am gonna look, I don't know what that was. So I am gonna look at these things quickly up here just to show you what I have, but I will switch down to the table once we're done so we can get a better look at all that squishy action. So first up we have some NeeDoh Groovy Fruit. And then, actually, wait a second, I didn't even realize, hold on. There's more than just cool stuff on the box. There's actually a little thingamajig. I'm not sure if it's relevant, but it says, spread the mellow. Open this box and your mind to the NeeDoh universe of squishy sensations and tactile experiences. We're looking for a few good fidget freaks to join the NeeDoh family. Groovy is contagious. We love soothing souls and sharing the blow-your-mind experience of NeeDoh. We hope you will too. I wanna be a fidget freak. Oh my gosh, that should be the title of this video. I'm a NeeDoh fidget freak. This right here is a package of ramen noodles, and this was the item that actually made me go hunting for all the new products and sadly come up empty-handed when I finished at that NeeDoh booth. And so I went back and I was like, hey, when can I find these in Canada? And you know the story from there. But anyways, they looked really fun to touch and I just really wanted to get my hands on them, literally. And so when she said, we'll just send you some if you'd like, I was like, okay. You know, super sweet Jen. I don't like asking people for stuff. It makes me feel guilty, but if they offer, I mean, I'd be a fool to say no. And I'm not a fool, I'm a fidget freak. So we'll, ow, scratch ourselves on a box. We'll check those out better in just a few minutes because I'm super excited. And also, really excited for the original Noodles, another thing I have never touched. Oh my gosh, there's so much fun in here. Okay, we've also got a color changing ball, a Groovy Glob ball, a glow-in-the-dark ball, some teeny NeeDohs, a cool cat's NeeDoh, a Shaggy NeeDoh, which reminds me of those koosh balls, a super Groovy Glob. This, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much the same as one that I've checked out before, except mine was green. It might even be the same size. Then we've got a crystal squeeze. I really love this box. That's cool. A swirl NeeDoh. And finally, oh no way, that's so cool. They sent me a shirt. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I love these colors. I kind of wish something on it was blue, but wow. I could put it on, but I'm really loving this dress and a little bit of the sun that I got. Maybe not so much the humid frizzy hair, but the rest is looking good. So I'll have to save this for another day. But that's pretty cool, and I definitely didn't expect to get a shirt, so that's a bonus. But what I did expect was all these fun squishy items. So now let's switch down to the table and start squeezing stuff. To be honest, I'm not sure what I want to open first, but luckily for us, many of the products on this table are very similar, excluding of course the noodles and technically the fruit, but at the end of the day, almost everything here is something that is meant to be squeezed, and unless it has a different outer shell or inside material, it's pretty much going to be the same. And that's good because it means we might be able to get through these a little bit quicker than if I were to take my sweet old time. But also in saying that, I don't want you guys to worry because I will still be taking a look at what each of these items has to offer. But maybe we should take some stuff out because it's a little overwhelming. First up, we've got the color change NeeDoh. On the back it says, need to mellow out? Color change NeeDoh is the groovy glob that excites your eyes while it soothes your soul. Squeeze it and travel to a new dimension of color. And I'm just gonna point it out one time so I don't drive you guys crazy by repeating myself, but all of these packages are very striking. Like, they're very easy to spot with vibrant colors, and I love that they all have windows so that you can technically test them out first before buying, also choosing your favorite color since they do offer a variety of options. This is especially important because it is possible that you might not like what is inside your NeeDoh since they offer a variety of those textures and sensory experiences as well. Speaking of which, like this one here, which starts off blue, ooh, and it's pink inside. Ooh, can you guys see that? I'm not sure. It kind of looks like buttercream in there. I really don't know what they use. I asked the PR rep and she agreed with me that it's kind of like a really thick shaving cream, but even she had no clue. All I know is I really enjoy this squish. So that's my blue to pink color change NeeDoh. Next we have the glow in the dark one. Need to mellow out? Grab a glob and give a squeeze. Feel a groovy glow of enlightenment as it blows your mind and soothes your soul. So this one here is all white, and inside it feels like a much wetter cream. You can definitely see it there. And I'm just gonna stretch it out a little bit so it absorbs some of the bright studio lights, although I really don't know how well I'll be able to show off the glow in the dark feature. But before I figure that out, I just want to say this one's a lot easier to squish than this one. Not that this one's hard, it's nice and soft, but it's definitely firmer than this one. I just really like that sound. But yeah, when it comes to this, I think it might be a little tricky to show off any glowing features, but it will definitely be easier the longer I let it sit. So maybe I'll leave it off to the side and we'll come back to it. That way it has more time to absorb light. And we'll move on to Crystal Squeeze. Wow, look how pretty. It's got a holographic label and everything. It says, need to mellow out? Crystal Squeeze NeeDoh gleams, glimmers, and glistens in your groovy grip. It's an iridescent wonder that will mellow your mind. All right, here we go. Ooh, it feels sticky. It feels wet. Is it wet? No. Wow! Ooh, ooh, ooh. I didn't expect that. Okay, it's definitely really sticky. Actually, it's kind of grossing me out, and it feels like something's leaking, but my hands are not wet at all. However, they do feel oily. I don't think it's leaking, but either way, this is the ball. It is transparent, and you can see the pink goo within, as well as those iridescent ribbons, but I didn't expect it to be so clear when I squeezed it. It's like a magnifying glass. I'm kind of hoping they have one like this without the iridescent ribbons, because it would be really cool to just squeeze and have a totally different sensory experience if it was completely clear. That would be an awesome addition to the line. And that's coming from an RECE, if that matters at all. Just squeeze and try to read through it. Like, that'd be really cool. Okay, so this one here doesn't stretch nearly as much as the blue one or the glow in the dark one. This one definitely stretches the most, and it is the most firm of all of them, and it's a lot harder to squeeze considering the outer casing is so much thicker, and that's obviously to prevent it from leaking. But I definitely love this one. Like, it's awesome. Next up, we have the Groovy Glob, which as far as I can tell is pretty much their basic NeeDoh ball, like no extra gimmicks or anything. It says, need to mellow out? Then you need NeeDoh. Grab a glob and give a squeeze. The experience will blow your mind, soothe your soul, and have you feeling groovy in no time. Ooh. So this one here is a darker blue than the color change ball, and it kind of looks a little bigger. But other than that, it's completely different. The outer casing feels thinner and it's easier to squeeze. And when you do, the inside is white. Once again, filled with whatever that creamy substance is, and it feels similar to the one inside the glow-in-the-dark ball. And now I'm really sure that this filling is a lot thinner than the one in the color change ball. By the way, if you like to squeeze things for arthritis or wrist strengthening, this one here takes a lot more force than this one. If you need something that's easy, go for a standard NeeDoh ball. If you need something that has more of a medium firmness, go for the color change ball. And the crystal ball is super firm. Like, it's actually starting to hurt my knuckles because I'm squeezing so much. I'm gonna check out the Shaggy one next because I just really love this box. It's like colorful round grass. Besides, Shaggy NeeDoh is the Groovy Glob that's super shaggy, hip, and hairy. Every shagadelic squeeze will have you feeling groovy in no time. I love how it feels. Oh my goodness, I'm really glad I painted my nails black today. Everything just looks so vibrant against them. Okay, so I chose this one next because one, I really wanted to touch it. I mean, who wouldn't want to? Oh, the hairs are so fine and so soft. Listen to that stretch. Ooh, it's so hairy and shaky. It's like a living thing. So I picked this one next because after squeezing all of these, this one specifically, my hands are kind of sore, and I want to know if this one will be soft or not, considering it looks like it would be. So let's just give it a test. I feel like something went from cute and delicate to spiky. And surprisingly, quite firm. Not as firm as this, definitely, but similar to the color change. Like, it definitely has more needed to make it pop. So on this scale that I just decided to make of firmness, I'm gonna put it right there. That's our firm to soft ratio, which brings us to our final small ball, which is the Groovy Glob Swirl. And once again, just loving the colors. Each side of this box is different. It says Swirl NeeDoh is the Groovy Glob that excites your eyes and soothes your soul. Every swirly squeeze will have you feeling groovy in no time. And this one here is pink, and I'm not sure if you guys can see it in the camera or not, but we can actually see some of the swirl inside. From far away, or at least to me, it's resembling a planet. And oh no, there's a hole in the bottom. Hopefully that doesn't leak. And I also need to look up a way to possibly seal that so that we don't have leakage in the future. But yes, back to this. I do see colors going on here, but I don't think you guys can. So I'm gonna squeeze it and we'll see them. No, we won't. All we see is white? That's weird. Oh. Okay, never mind. So the shell itself, or the rubbery section itself, is the swirled colors, okay, and the inside is a solid white cream. Well, that makes it a little difficult to point out to you that there is, in fact, a colored swirl going on here. I'm looking through the camera and I don't see it, so darn, you're gonna have to take my word for it. However, I'm gonna put my attention down here right now. Currently, that hole isn't a nuisance, but it does concern me. Maybe it's just my imagination naturally preparing for the worst. I do like the squeeze. Where does this rate on my squeezy scale? It feels about the same as the regular glob ball, so I'm gonna say it's right on par with it. Although it definitely loses points for that hole. Hopefully I can find some way to make it better in the future. But anyways, that's it for the smaller NeeDoh balls. So if I had to pick my absolute favorite from this, I think it would be really hard because these three here are pretty much the same, excluding the white one, which we're gonna test in a second to see if it glows. And these ones here all offer something different. We've got this super firm one, which is beautiful when you squeeze it, and pretty appealing to the eye when it's not squeezed, although definitely less shiny. A soft hairy ball, that sounds so weird, and the color change, which I really, really like. How pretty is that? That being said, I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Although, if I turn off the lights right now and this one starts glowing, it may be my winner. So let's see if it does. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Ooh. Okay, so the outside definitely glows, but when I squeeze it, it gets super dark. It looks like there's eggs in there. It's kind of freaking me out, which means there is no glow stuff in that filling. And that's a scientific fact, guys. Does it bounce? What? That's so cool. But of course, we cannot film completely in the dark, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So that's enough of that, and it's time to put the lights back on. All right, so yeah, I think that one there is my favorite, even though there are many contenders here. I feel like we're in a bubblegum machine. Next up, we will check out these three products because they are very similar, if not the exact same, excluding size and shape, to the last set we looked at. And I think I'm gonna go with the cat first because look at that little face. And also, you guys couldn't really see it when I was trying to show it to you earlier, but it's adorable. It says NeeDoh Cool Cats. On the majority of the box, you can see what you're getting, and apparently they are the perfect way to mellow out. Got the tape, I wanna see this little kitty. Now, just like any other rubbery products, these will eventually collect hair or get sticky, in which case just give them a cleaning in some warm water and let them dry, or if they're sticky, put a little bit of powder on them. Unfortunately, I can't use powder, so that's not an option for me, and well, that's my own fault. But here is our little kitty. It's all purple. Look at that cute little face. What's in the ear? Looks like there's a little bit of glitter randomly in the ear. Bonus for me. Do you hear that? My dogs are going nuts. Why, you may ask? Because somebody drove past my house. So this is pretty much the same as a standard NeeDoh Glob. It's got the same firmness and that thick, creamy texture inside, but not as firm as the color change one. So if you like cute animals, but also want to be able to squish, pull, and squeeze, then this may be of interest to you. Because I mean, just look at those cute little paws. There's even a tail on the back. And don't quote me, but I'm pretty certain there are a variety of animals available and colors. Meow. Next, we've got our teeny NeeDohs, which come in a long rectangular box with 3 inside: purple, pink, and green. It says, need a little squeeze? Teeny NeeDoh is the teeniest Groovy Glob. Squeeze 1, 2, all 3, or share them with your friends. Teeny NeeDoh will soothe your soul and blow your mind. Oh my goodness, I love these neon colors. What is sticking to this already? So these ones here are really small. They're about the size of a ping pong ball, except obviously much squishier. And believe it or not, they are actually quite firm. I'd say these are very similar to the color change NeeDoh that I had earlier. The outer skin here is a lot thicker and there's less cream in there, so I feel like maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Now, unfortunately, they like to stick together, so maybe that wasn't fluff or cardboard on it earlier. No, I think it was actually some green leftover body residue from this one here. So in terms of fidgeting, this is a perfect size to fit in your pocket, but it will definitely collect dust. So if you like smaller things, I would recommend these, but just know it's a bit firmer of a squeeze. Actually, this purple one is the hardest of all of them, followed by green and then pink. That could just be my imagination. So that's the end of those, meaning we can move on to this big boy here, the Super NeeDoh. So it looks very much like everything else except larger. And on the back it says super size, super groovy. The Groovy Glob is all grown up and now you'll need it even more. There's more to squeeze, pinch, feel, stretch, squish, throw, and love. Once again, the experience will blow your mind, soothe your soul, and have you feeling super groovy in no time at all. Enjoy! Here is our glob. This one here is definitely delivering on all of its promises. Ooh, it's just so soft. It's definitely easier to squish the bigger ones. Like, the larger they get, the less firm they are. Take a look. Can you guys see that creamy action? Ooh, so nice. You can squish it, squeeze it, stretch it, apparently throw it. Does it bounce? No, you cannot bounce it. Although they did say we can knead it, so this is a good way to practice your dough rolling skills. Oh my gosh, my camera's crooked. What? Hold on. Ooh, oh man, I just love this one. And you know what? There's just something to be said about an original. I think this one here is one of my absolute favorites. Although I must admit, I am really loving this sweet little cat. But there's only so many times we can see something that is pretty much the same as the other things we've been looking at, which means that's the end of these guys. And we can move on to the things I was most excited to see. So as I mentioned at the beginning, these ramen noodlies here were the item for me at Sweet Sweet. As soon as I seen them, I just knew I had to touch them and find them, and I was really sad when I couldn't actually locate them online for purchase. So I'm happy that they were able to send me some and that I can try them out now. Unfortunately, there's no super cute little message to read on the back. We just have to go with our gut on this one and make up our own groovy thing to say about it. Guys, hold on, before I open it, I just want to point out how cute the package looks, like you're opening ramen noodles, but I really wish it had a resealable zipper because that's a really cute package. And everything else we can store again in the original boxes, except the ramen noodlies. So, I mean, that's no good. Oh, ooh, oh my gosh. Oh, they feel like silky ramen noodlies. Okay, I definitely didn't expect them to be attached like this. For some reason, I just thought they were gonna be a bunch. Oh my gosh, I thought they were just gonna be a bunch of squiggly little hairs. I didn't know they were gonna be attached like this. Wow, they feel like silky rubber. Ooh, okay, so we've got orange, yellow, pink, green, and blue neon colored noodles, and each piece is actually a long thin ribbon of that color with individual noodly wavy strands hanging off, and I absolutely love these. However, I will point out, I'm not sure if you can hear it at all, but my breathing is changing just a little, and most people would probably cut this out of the video because, I don't know, they're very specific about what they include, but I need you guys to know that these here are very dry, and so I'm having a hard time touching them, which is so unfortunate because I really, really love the feel of them, but something on them or something about them is just, it's just making me feel as though I can't breathe. And if you're new to my channel, that might sound strange to you, but I have a hard time touching powders, fabric softener sheets that go in the dryer, sometimes new fresh towels, cotton, sand, flour, stuff like that. Anything that makes my hands feel dry. It's definitely in my head, I think. Somehow if my hands are dry, it makes me feel as though I'm in a confined space or somewhere where I am lacking air. So all I know is I'm currently having a hard time breathing, which means I can't really touch these for too much longer right now, and that is so unfortunate because I'm absolutely in love with them. Having said that, I'm going to touch them a little longer just to point out one thing here, which is that this one, the green one, has quite a few that are still stuck together, but I can easily pull off these extra bits, just whatever the machine wasn't able to cut off because they are quite thin. And finally, that these are very delicate, which makes me wonder how long they'd actually last, because as I'm starting to pull this, I can see that it's very stretchy and wants to come apart from the actual ribbon in the center, which reminds me quite a bit of this shaggy ball here. Very much like the old koosh balls, if you had a tendency to pick at the strings, they would eventually come off. So I don't know how long it will last. But in the end, as long as you keep track of all of these, you would just have a pile of noodles, albeit very dry feeling ones. I feel like these are coated in something, making it difficult for me, but funny enough, this is completely fine. I wonder if I can put lotion on my hands and use this without it breaking down whatever it's made out of. I'll have to test that one day. But anyways, that was the ramen noodlies. Love them, but unfortunately having a hard time touching them. Actually, they should be off to the side. Luckily for me, I've been doing these reviews a long time and I know to keep baby wipes nearby. While we wait for my hands to dry, I'm gonna put these noodlies to the side to avoid disappointment for a few minutes, just in case I have a hard time touching those as well. And we'll check out this package of Groovy fruit. So we've got a boss banana, out of sight strawberry, and a far out orange. And they literally come inside this super cute little fruit box. It says, fruit-tastically groovy. NeeDoh Groovy fruit is the super soft sensation. Give a squeeze and mellow out. It'll blow your mind and soothe your soul. So here we go. Our fruit. And in case you were wondering, like I was, whether or not these are scented, the answer is no. So first up we have our boss banana. This is probably about 4 inches long. It's green at the top and bottom and yellow in the center and says NeeDoh. I'm assuming it's meant to be like the banana's label. And unfortunately, as much as I loved those neon colors, I am now realizing how tricky it is to make things actually show up on screen. Either everything looks really blurry or you can't really see it. But they are in fact there. Next we've got our little orange. It is orange and has green leaves on top. There's also a bit of texture to it as well, making it feel like an orange. And for our final fruit, we have a pink strawberry, which of course is shaped like a strawberry, once again with green leaves on top. But this one feels really cool because we have little indentations all over it. Like, it's a full-on texture experience, and we've even got little seeds there. It's very realistic. And if I put these in just the right direction, you can actually see those little labels I was talking about earlier on the orange and the strawberry. But the banana is still a little tricky to see. When it comes to squish, the banana is super fun because it's very stretchy. No! Oh no! Guys, there's a hole in the banana. That's awful. Oh, I was so excited because I really liked it. Ooh, what is it though? It smells like baby powder. Oh no, that's so awful. I really got to find a way to seal these because I don't want to get rid of this. I just got it, it's brand new. That's darn. Luckily, I still have my baby wipe handy. I am unfortunately not able to proceed with the banana review, but I was gonna say it is very stretchy and has the same firmness as the color change glob or those teeny ones because it is smaller, so it's a bit firmer to squeeze. But I'm just not gonna touch it anymore, actually. And these are the exact same. So that was almost a perfect win, but to be honest, I think it's our only real problem of the day with the actual product because, of course, the noodlies was a me thing. Either way, it brings us to our final item. I don't even know how many we've looked at, maybe like 13. But here we've got the noodlies. I guess these are the original ones, and they come in a really cute little takeout container. All right, time for my first-hand experience. Ooh, here we go, here we go. Oh my gosh, remind me of worms. I don't know why, but that's really funny to me. Ooh, these ones don't feel dry like the little ones. I was nervous, guys. Ooh, I really like this. They feel like they're alive. It's freaking me out. Here we go, this is a better angle. I feel like they want to hold the position they were in inside the container, and so they're sort of just like flopping about as if they are truly alive. But I really like these. They're so simple, but so fun. So it says you can knot them. Let's see. Yes, we can knot them. And, ow. I was gonna say, and stretch them. Oop, what'd I just throw at myself? I don't know. I think it was the little extra bit from the first noodlies. What else did it say? Hold on. It says knot them, stretch them, squish them, and loop them. Okay, so let's try this. There's our orange one, knotted. Pink one, stretched. Ooh, they're very stretchy. I'd say they're about 17 inches long, guys. And I totally used a ruler, so you can trust me. And unfortunately, when I stretched all the way out, you guys can't see anything, but they're easily going to about 3 feet. Ow! Don't do that. Yeah, in half, it's probably about 1.5 feet of stretch. That's fun. Okay, so we can loop them, loop, swoop, and pull. Loop, swoop, and pull. Ooh, that's a fun knot. Ooh. Now I just want to do a bunch of different, ow. Stop doing that. The pink one really doesn't like me, guys. There we go. I just like making random knots. Okay, so we've got orange, yellow, pink. We'll do a green one next. There we go. And blue. So we have 5 in total. And I like doing weird stuff to them. So there they are. This orange one is feeling a little left out. It needs a weird knot too. Oh no, the blue one came undone. That's not cool. All right, so funny enough, I was really excited about these noodlies, and while I really do love them, I definitely think this is not a fidget item that you'd be able to get away with during a test, an exam, or anything like that, because you would be very tempted to like start whipping things around or accidentally hit somebody. So while these are super fun, I think they're definitely not something you can bring with you, unfortunately. But I really do like them, and I'm excited to have them now, which is great. Also really like these ones, and right now I can actually touch them, and I think that's because I've got a bit of moisture on my hands from the baby wipes. I'm hoping that is not affecting whatever this is made out of. My consensus on the noodlies is they are very fun, especially these ones. Just flick people who, ow! Just flick people nearby, just make sure they know it's coming. But I have some reservations about these ones here. And also really think they should have come in a reusable package. See, because then we can just put it away. Actually, I have a lot of things to put away, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay guys, that's it for me and our new NeeDoh products. They're neat and perhaps juggle worthy. Oh, that's 2. I was feeling really accomplished for a second there. Ooh. To be honest, I don't know why I always feel the need to try to juggle things at the end of these videos. Usually it doesn't go well. My nephew can juggle. He tried to teach me once. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. But anyways, I like to pretend I'm doing really well until you realize that there's no skill involved here whatsoever. What was I saying? I'm so distracted. Oh yes, that's it for me and our new NeeDoh products. I don't know why, but I'm really just drawn to these two today. Obviously, the noodlies are really, really cool, but there's just something so satisfying about a good squish and watching things just bulge out. Also, I feel kind of guilty when I do it to this one because it's a cat. Maybe I'll stop squeezing the cat and stick with that. That's a good sound. Ooh. I'm gonna stop and focus. But it's really hard when you have brightly colored things that are literally made to be squished. I mean, could you even deny that? You might be able to if you have a really good sense of words? What am I trying to say here? I know the word, it's gonna bother me so much. Why can't I think of it? If you have a good sense of... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I bet you could not squish something, even if it's meant to be squished, if you could control your words. If you have a good sense of don't do it. This is painful to watch. Willpower! That's what it takes. I knew it would come to me. But if this very long minute or two has taught me anything, it's that I need to stop. I was out in the sun for a while, and so I don't think my brain is working very well at the moment. And that's as good a sign as any to just call it a day. So if you know somebody who would enjoy today's video because maybe their brain is also not working as well as mine at this moment, then please share this video with them because maybe they want to be with like-minded people. And if you enjoyed it yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like about today's video. Which of these items have you tried in the past or purchased for other people or want to try most yourself? And what are your thoughts on the noodlies, especially if you have tried them? I'd like to know how long they lasted for you without snapping completely, because currently I just kind of left them there because I just know that I'll keep going and I don't want them to break. I want to have them for as long as humanly possible. Oh no, as long as noodly possible. Yep, that's my sign to go. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! The video's over so I don't have to be professional anymore. Because clearly I was doing so well up until now. That actually feels really cool. Dang. I should go try on that shirt and take a picture. What do you think? You guys can't answer. Okay, cool. I'm done.